honored to announce. She's called in Dutch, she's called the Prezi Queen. And that's for a reason, because she wrote all these books and she makes beautiful prezis. She will show us something about how you make a Prezi even better, so the advanced stuff for making prezis. And it's a queen with a book today, but without a voice, because she, well, something went wrong during the process. It's Hedwyg van Groenendaal.
Okay, so I have a bit of a problem with my voice, as you can hear. But I do the best I can. And if you don't can follow me or don't understand everything, it's no problem. Don't panic. I wrote a blog about all the things I was going to talk about this 30 minutes. And I put it already online. So you can read with me if you want to. It's on preziuniversity.com and it's the latest blog. So I want to talk about 10 advanced topics. Maybe I can't make it to 10, so maybe I'll just present 7 or 8. We'll see what I can do in 30 minutes. But you can read all 10 in my blog. And what I have, I really love talking zebras. I think it's a theme for Prezi, those zebras. So how do you create this image without Photoshop? I will show you. So I just open a new Prezi. I always use blank Prezis. I love blank Prezis. So I first grab a zebra. Here it is. Here's a really nice zebra. So maybe you know, if you use Ctrl-D, or for Mac users, Command-D, you can duplicate a zebra. But now they can't communicate. So what you do, click the zebra again, and use Ctrl-Shift-D, or Command-Shift-D for Mac users. Put them all the way around, like this. And they finally can communicate. What you also can do with that, because I think that's really cool. Go back to this presentation. Create an image like this. Can you do it without Photoshop in Prezi, you think? Who think he can do it? Okay. Okay, cool. Probably the experts. Okay, I will show you how you do it. Let's find a nice image of a white car. Don't you like it? I think it's really cool. So what you do, I first crop the image a bit, like this. And then I use Command or Ctrl-Shift-D, like this. Oh, put it here. And then let's rotate it. If you use Shift while rotating, you can rotate really 180 degrees. So, well, it's not quite the image I want, because it's a reflection of the white car. So it should be like a little bit transparent. So what I do, I use a rectangle frame. I put it over the bottom car, like this. But now it's behind the car, so I use my right click and I choose bring to front. Well, it's a bit transparent, but it's ugly because it's gray. So what I do, I go to Themes, Customize Current Theme, and I'm going to use the CSS editor to change the color and the transparency of the rectangle. So I have to choose Advanced, and then CSS editor at the bottom. And a lot of people are scared of code, but you don't have to be scared because it's real simple. I'll show you. Just scroll down, and there's somewhere you find frame rectangle. I hope you can read it, frame rectangle. And there are a lot of coding. There's like something like color. two colors. That's D, D, D. And we change it to FFF, and that's a hexadecimal value, and it means white. FFF is white. 2 times white, I click apply, and as you can see here, something is changing. So, but I want to show a bit more. So there's this transparency. Here's alpha. Alpha means transparency. That's an ending alpha and a starting alpha. And it's a number between 0 and 1. So I changed the alpha. It's going down. So like this. And I put this away. And then you have a really nice reflection of a white car. Okay. That was number 1. Let's move to number 2. I'll just open a new Prezi. I think that's the most easiest thing to do for now. Okay. So with the CSS editor, you can do really, really great things. I really love it. What you can also do is create a nice gradient in your background. So again, go to Customize Current Theme, Advanced CSS Editor. And it's right here. It says background, an ending gradient and a starting gradient. And you can see, you just learned FFF is white, and you see a white background. So if we change one color to F00, and actually a lot of people think it's really hard, those hexadecimal values, but it's red, green, and blue. So the first red is F from full, you can remember maybe, full open, and the rest 0 is nothing. So what color would that be? Red, of course, as you can see, from white to red. So maybe it's nice to have it from red to orange, like this, or maybe to yellow, like this. Or maybe we can also make like, let me think, something, let me, yes. Maybe I should put it all the way around. Now I hope I have the right colors. Yes, I think I make this a bit darker, like this. So this way you can create like a sky with some grass at the bottom. So I think it's really cool. Okay, what else can you do with gradients? They're not just only for the background. Also for frames. But first, there's a question a lot of people ask me in my workshops. And they want to change the thickness of a frame. So I draw a frame and they say, I want it thinner or I want it a bit thicker. And actually, there is no option to do in Prezi. What you could do, choose another theme, but then you have to change the whole style again. So Prezi people, please make it available. And people want it. But of course, you can do it with CSS. And so, again, let's go to the CSS editor. You're almost used to it now. And we scroll down a bit. We go to frame circle, and there it is, thickness. Okay, it's a number between 1 and 100. So you can make it really, really small, really thin. It's really nice. And you can make it a bit thicker, like this. Or you can make it like really thick, like a donut, if you like it. Okay, for now I make it 30. It's 30% filled, so that's okay. And as you can see here, you can of course change the colors, but also the transparency. So what I did with the background, I can do the same with my frame. So I use these colors for changing the colors of my frame. like this. And if you use the same colors of the background, you get a really nice effect, I think. I think it's cool. That was third. Fourth, I think I want to show you. You only have in Prezi. Let me grab a new Prezi. In Prezi, you only have 15 fonts. And another question is asked a lot is, I want to use my own fonts. And of course you can do it. Prezi can create a corporate template for you. But I have for you a few tricks to use a few fonts a lot of people want to use, like the Verdana and the Arial. So again, let's go to the Prezi CSS editor. And here in the top you find 3 times font face with font family body, head and strong. And I think you know you have the title, subtitle, body. So body is easy, that's the body. The head is the title and strong is the subtitle. So if I want Verdana, and now it's, I changed it to title, I have to change the head. And if you know what you should type, it's easy. Just type Verdana, no capital. I click apply, and that's it. There's your Verdana. And you can do the same with Arial. So I use subtitle for this. Subtitle is strong, and I change it to Arial. You can't do it with all fonts, but you can try and find out what works and what doesn't work. Somewhere there's a list. I had once a list, but I can't find it anymore. So another really cool thing is this. There is, let me go back first to the wizard and change the body to Open Sans bold. It's nice, but it's really, really bold. So, Open Sans bold. I choose body for it. And here it is. You can see Open Sans, and it's even extra bold. It's really, really bold. So, what you can do, you delete, remove, you just remove the X, click apply, we wait, and then it's just bold. What else can you do? You can add the I from italic. And there it is. And again, you can do it with some fonts. You can't do it with all the fonts, depending how the font is described. We can leave out the B. So now it's just italic. And we can leave out also the I. And now it's just Open Sans, not bold anymore, not italic. So then you can play around with some fonts. Okay, number 5. I forgot number 5. I have no idea what number 5 is. No problem. I just post my blog. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, that's cool. Round pictures without Photoshop. I think last year I wrote a blog about it. Maybe some people use it or know it. If you don't have Photoshop, it's quite hard to create round pictures. I'll show you. Let me first open that Prezi. I created a Prezi for it, and it's in the blog. You can click it, and under the Prezi there's a small button, make a copy. So you can make a copy of this Prezi to your own account. You open it, and what you can do is copy the mask I created. So here are all the masks in all the background colors of the wizard. And you just copy and paste it to your own Prezi. So, let's go here. First, I insert some pictures. I'm sick of zebras now, so let's insert some fish. No, I love zebras. So, some nice fish. And what I do, where is it? Yes, here it is. So you just open 2 Prezis at the same time in your browser. That works really well. You can copy from one Prezi to the other Prezi, just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. So my background in my Prezi is white. So here's my white mask. I copy it, go back to my Prezi, and paste it. And make it a bit smaller. Put it around here. Let me see. A bit smaller. And there's your one picture. So, copy paste or duplicate it. Like this. Oh. So, now you have one pictures. What you also can do is put a nice frame around it. Like this. I think that looks really nice. Okay, 6th item, using shapes for infographics. I just love infographics because they're so simple, and with very few things you can tell really a lot. So, bye-bye fish. And I downloaded a graph. And a lot of pictures I see in presentations and in Prezis is something like this. I don't know what you think about it. I think it's a lot of information. There are a lot of titles and numbers and all those lines, and I'm really confused. And what's really bad is at the left, you have to turn your head like this. And I don't know why they do it, because you never turn your computer over, so I don't really like that. So let's see if we can create a really simple graph, a really simple infographic. And we're going to use the symbols and shapes of Prezi. I just love them, they're really cool. Go to the shapes. I grab a simple shape like this. That's all I need. I click it. I use Command or Ctrl-D a few times, like this. And then I click, I click the rectangle, and at the top you can scale it. Click, scale it. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same size as the numbers. Just for the eye, it's okay. No one is going to check it. So here, like this. So, maybe this is the graph you need. Then the most important thing you want to tell about this graph, I think this is the most important thing because it's the highest bar. So you click it, I change the style of that one. Well, and here it is. Here's your infographic you can use in your Prezi. If it's really necessary, you could add some numbers, like this, or like this, only if it's really necessary. And what I always tell people in my workshops, what you tell, you don't have to show. And what you show on screen should be of added value to your presentation, to what you tell. So I think I like this graph better than all the graphs I see so far. Okay, let's move on. Number 7, thank you. So I'll insert 2 images. Everyone wants their logos in their presentation. Oh, and please, 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 don't put your logo like here, your custom logo, all the time in the left corner. Please don't. if you want to show your logo in your presentation, and of course you should put it really big in it. So, I insert 2 logos, here and here. Well, now you could think the same logo looks the same from a distance, but if I click this one, ooh, it's really ugly. You can see it's pixelated. It's not really nice, but I see a lot of these logos in Prezi presentation. I think it's a pity. You shouldn't. This is how a logo should look like. Really sharp, and then you can also play with it. I can put something in the eye if I want to. And it remains always sharp. Well, how do you do it? If you have Illustrator of Flash, I don't think many people have it here. Who has Illustrator of Flash? Oh, wow. Whoa, cool. Then you know this already probably. Just export the logo as a SWF file, as a Flash file, import it in Prezi, and you're done. Don't never use pixelated logos. If you don't know what SWF is, just ask your advertising agency, please give my logo as SWF. The I in identity, I got a lot of questions about the I. First, I'll show you the I. Maybe you know the Prezi identity. I won the contest, the TED Prezi contest this year. And there is this, some people call it a creepy eye. It never stops looking at you. And it just never stops. So it's a looping animation. You can't do it with a YouTube video or some other video. So you have to use Flash for this. I'll show you. Well, first you need your movie, of course. So I think it's this one. First you have to convert the movie, whatever format you have the movie in, to an FLV file. That's a Flash video file. You can do it with your Adobe software. There are also online tools. I think you can do it with samzag.com. You can convert your video to an FLV file. Okay, what you do next is open Flash. A lot of people have Flash here in the room, I see. So, open a new file. Okay, what you do, you choose File, Import, and you import the video in your Flash file. And then you get a lot of questions from Flash. Okay, so select the video. It's on your computer. Yes, it's on my computer. So this is it. I open it. And then I choose this option, Embed FLV in SWF and Play in Timeline. That's important to know. You click Next. Place instance on stage should be marked. Expand timeline if needed should also be marked. Audio if you want to. Next. Well, that's it. Finish. And there it is. And then you should change the stage, the canvas of your Flash file to the same size of your movie. So I check it. It's 640x360. So I modify my document to 640x360, if I remember it right. Yes, okay, that's it. I save it first. I just call it save. That's an FLA file. And then I publish it as an SWF file with Command or Control Enter. So, there it is. Only one step to go. Back to Prezi, because we were using Prezi. Yes, here it is. Okay, move this aside. We insert the SWF file via insert from file. Here it is. Open it. And there it is. So, never stops moving. Something I'm really happy about. It's the new API for the Prezi player. It's a JavaScript framework you can use. And please don't panic again. JavaScript might be hard, but you can copy my code. So it's really easy to use. So what you can do with it, I put this Prezi in a web page, just HTML, and I made a navigation here. So if I click bees, well, okay. It automatically goes to bees, and if I click the live together. So I can navigate through my Prezi via the menu. So I think that's really cool. You can do great things with it. So how do you create this cool stuff? Oh, I just use my right mouse buttons, easier. So I go to view source. This is Dutch, but it says view source. Should it be bigger? Can you read it? Or maybe I make it a bit bigger for you. Oh, not that big. Yes, can you read it? Yes, okay. So, what do you see? A lot of code. What's really important is this part. That's the part you start with. It's just at the bottom of the HTML file. And this is the code to the Prezi player, the JavaScript file. I'm not going to explain JavaScript here. That's not what I'm going to do. I don't have time for that. If you want to know more about it, just maybe you can ask some Prezi people. If there are there any JavaScript developers from Prezi here? Are there? No. Okay, ask online. If you want to know more about it. So this is really important. You can just copy and paste it from my file. This is what you really should know. This is the code of your Prezi. So if I go to my Prezis, and I'm going to find my world of bees. There it is, number 9. Then this is the code, as you can see. That's the important code you need. So, no, this one. So you should copy and paste that code there. And then here you say the width of your Prezi and the height of your Prezi. You can just change the numbers if you want it, make it larger or smaller. And here we have two options, two controls. Two options, the controls and explorable. Controls are the navigation buttons at the bottom of your Prezi. Explorable means if the user can move freely through your Prezi. So if I go to this one, I can, oh, wait a minute. It's now much too loud. Back to normal. As you can see, I can move freely through this Prezi. I can click things, and I can use these navigation buttons as well. Here's another example, and here are no controls. So here I shut down the controls and the explorable option. So I can do nothing here. I only can use the menu here if I want to see this Prezi. So back to my source. So these are true, and if you don't want those controls, if you don't want it to be explorable, you can put it to false. Okay, that's the part you need for the JavaScript, otherwise it won't work at all. Then you have to create a menu. Here I created a menu in HTML. It's a list with URL and list items here. So that's just basic list in HTML. Every HTML editor can do that for you, but you can copy this one. The most important part is this, of course. This is the code. And if a JavaScript programmer sees this, I don't think they like it, because they would do it in another way, a more advanced way, more nerdy way. But for us, this is great, because then you can use it as well. So you just, JavaScript player fly to step. It's easy. It goes to your step. And then programmers are really weird. They start counting with 0. So if I want to go to bees, I look here. Actually, bees is number 2. So what you do in your source, you use number 1. So that's one important thing you have to remember. So just everything minus 1. And then here at the top says some CSS, just to make it look nice on your web page. So it's not really a lot of code, I think. And the other one, this one, I'll just show you the code quickly. It's almost the same, only there are no explorable and no controls. I just left it out. And there's like a sublist here. So again, if you look, here's a sublist. So it's all online, it's in my blog. Copy, paste it if you like it. And I think my 30 minutes are up. Okay.
Hedwyg.